In government, Monday night, the Planning Board began their meeting with a public hearing regarding open lot storage of motor vehicles. Town Planner Paul Halkiotis explained in length the reasoning behind the public hearing. Due to the zoning articles of town meeting being pushed back to a later day, the board voted to continue this public hearing.
I'll make the motion, Mr. Chairman, that we continue this public hearing until Patrick, once you set our next date.
Do you want to have it be our next planning board meeting? Or do you want a time later in December?
Whenever we can just gather some information on looking at the bylaw again, and if there's if you guys, Paul, you and Pat and other board members, we can look at the pros of doing it, the cons of doing it, what are the consequences, things like that, just so we have we can make a real educated decision.
The hearing will be continued until December 21st. Following the public hearing, the board interviewed 3 residents to fill the Associate Planning Board member position. There were 3 interviews: Miranda Brodette, George Blagden, and Derek Mason. The Planning Board will meet again on November 23rd. Tuesday saw 3 meetings, starting in the morning with the Board of Health. Sigal Reese started off the meeting talking about the changing of the metrics that go into the color classification system that the state has been using to report the number of cases per town.
So these are the new metrics that were issued on Friday. And you can see they are 3 categories based on the community population size. We obviously are in the middle one, between 10 to 50,000, Norwich population being about 30,000. And so this takes into account the average daily case count per 100,000, which is what was used in the previous classification. But it also takes into account the percent positive. So once your average daily case count goes over 10, then you're considered yellow, or if your percent positive is over 5. If it's over 10 and your percent positive is over 5, then you are considered red. So what that did was it actually lowered Norwood into the yellow category. I think it's a good idea to take into account more metrics when you're classifying in the community risk level. I think this might still be a little bit of a simplified method to do that, but I think it is good to include other factors. And it's something we've been talking about a lot in our reports, that our test rate is very good. Our percent positive is low. It's under 5. Last week it was 2.2%. So that continues to be low, and that is an indicator of, the ability to test, which is a positive indicator to what's going on the ground.
Sigal also touched on the new stay-at-home advisory that Governor Baker put into effect last Friday, November 6th.
So the other big announcement last week was the new stay-at-home advisory and updated orders, again, out of the governor's office. The stay-at-home advisory is asking all residents to really stay within their household from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Obviously, if you have emergencies or need to go to work or school, that is allowed, and this is an advisory. We're really asking people to do this. It's, again, trying to avoid those gatherings late into the evening where people might not make the best choices as far as their COVID safety standards. And along with that, businesses other than retail need to close at 9:30. That includes our restaurants, to allow everybody to get home by 10. Restaurants can serve takeout after 9:30, but no service of alcohol.
Reese reminds people to stay vigilant in practicing social distancing and to please wear a mask. The Board of Health will meet again in December. At Tuesday night Selectmen's meeting, 3 public hearings were held for applications for liquor licenses in the town. The establishments that have applied are Magic Room, located at 83 Moore Street, Vico's Restaurante on Central Street, and Yarrow and Kebab House, located on Route 1. There is only 1 full liquor license available, and the Selectmen will make their decision at the next meeting on Tuesday, November 24th. Also Tuesday night, the Trails Advisory Committee met. The committee discussed upcoming trail events that included a New Year's Day walk and the St. Street Lock Cleanup Day. A BSA Eagle Projects update was given, and the committee discussed community preservation funded projects, which included a University Ave Trail feasibility study, Norwood Landfill Scenic Overlook, and a Hawes Pool walking path. The Trails Advisory Committee will meet again in a few weeks. For complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government channel or watch it on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org.